Today we're going to start multiplying fractions with whole numbers. We're going to start using a real-world situation involving a Hershey bar. The problem goes, Xavier has 1/4 of a Hershey bar. Nigel has 5 times as much as Xavier. What fraction or mixed number of a Hershey bar does Nigel have? We're going to go ahead and start solving this. We're going to go ahead and start solving this by underlining our important words first and information in numbers. Xavier has 1/4 of a Hershey bar. That's important because it tells us what he's starting out with. Then we know that Nigel has 5 times as much as Xavier. 5 is the other important number we're working with, and then times as much tells us to do multiplication as our operation. So our problem is going to look like this. We're going to write out 1/4 times 5. So 1/4 of a candy bar could mean we have a candy bar divided into 4, and Xavier has 1 of those parts. But Nigel has 5 times as much, so we're multiplying it by 5. How we multiply fractions, it's actually a lot easier than adding and subtracting fractions because we work with the numerators and denominators. So first thing we need to do is we need to change this 5 into a fraction. And any whole number changed into a fraction is the same as putting that number over 1. So 5 over 1 means simply 5. So we're going to make 1/4 times 5 over 1. And now the best part about multiplying fractions is first you multiply the numerators. 1 times 5 is 5. And then you multiply the denominators. 4 times 1 is 4. So our final answer is 5/4, but we can't leave it as 5/4 because it's improper, so we have to divide. We have to do 5 divided by 4, and we get 1. 4 times 1 is 4. 5 minus 4 is 1, so our remainder is 1/4. So 5/4 is the same as 1 and 1/4. So if we were to answer that in a complete sentence, we would say Nigel has 1 and 1/4 of a Hershey bar, which is a lot more than Xavier. We're going to try one more problem together before we do our independent practice. Amelia has 11/12 of her baking sheet filled with cookies. The cookie batter will fill 3 times as many baking sheets. How many baking sheets will the cookie batter fill? So first, let's go ahead and underline our important information. We have 11/12 already filled. 11/12 of the baking sheet is already filled. Now, the rest of that cookie batter will fill 3 times as many baking sheets. So 3 is our important number, and the times as many tells us we're going to multiply. So we'll set up our problem like this. 11/12 times 3. But we can't leave 3 just as is. We have to make it into a fraction. So whenever we need to make a whole number into a fraction, we just put it over 1. But I'm going to write this a little more neatly. We're going to do 11/12 because we want our numerators to be across from each other and our denominators to be across from each other. So I'm going to set it up as 11/12 times 3 over 1. And we multiply our numerators first. We get to go straight across with our numerators, and then after we do that, we go straight across with our denominators. 11 times 3 is 33, and then we do 12 times 1, which is 12. So then we need to do 33/12 because this is an improper fraction, so we're going to need to divide. So we'll do 33 divided by 12. 12 goes into 33 2 times. 12 times 2 is 24. And when we do our subtraction, 33 minus 24 is 9. So we have 2 and 9/12. Unfortunately, we're still not done because 9/12 can be simplified. We can divide both 9 and 12 by 3, because 3 is the GCF of 9 and 12. So we have 2 as our whole number, 9 divided by 3 is 3, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. So our final answer is 2 3/4 baking sheets. Now complete the following independent practice problems on your own. If you need to refer back to any part in the video to help you, please do. Be prepared for class tomorrow.